Good morning. I'm going to show you how to do this activity map a brain using BioDigital. This is the assignment here. It has a table with regions and specific activities or processes that we're going to label on our 3D model in BioDigital. So first you're going to have to log into BioDigital. Once you're here, then you're going to click on Complete Anatomy here at the bottom. And then you're going to click on female or male complete anatomy. It doesn't matter which one you choose. And then you're going to go up to the top left and click on Edit in Studio. Once you're here, you can rename the model. To do that, you go up to the name, click on the pen next to the name, click on the model name, and I'm going to rename it 213 Map a Brain since that's what we're doing. Click Done. You can also rename the chapter by clicking Edit Text under the picture. I'm just going to rename it Brain. Click Done. Now we have to isolate the brain, which is what we're going to be labeling. So to do that, you're going to click on Anatomy, which is next to Chapters. In the search bar, search Brain. And once it comes up, you're going to click on the 3 dots next to it and click Isolate. And now we have the brain by itself. So now I'm going to come back here. You're going to fill in this whole table with the regions of the brain and the specific activities or processes and everything. I suggest filling all of this out before you start labeling, because then it'll be easier to start labeling everything once you have all the information here. Once you finish filling this out, you're going to come down here. It says insert a screenshot from BioDigital with the information from the chart above. The BioDigital must include an isolated picture of the brain with the regions of the brain labeled and the specific activities for each for each region. So I'm going to show you how to label a couple of these regions and activities. This first one is occipital lobe and vision. You only have to label the region of the brain and the specific activities or processes. So now I'm going to go back to the BioDigital, click on Label, which is here at the top, then click the area that you're going to label. Mine is occipital lobe, so I'm going to label it occipital lobe. To edit the name of it, you're going to click on the label on the model, or you can come to the right and click on the name here. So I'm going to rename it occipital lobe, and the activity that I'm labeling is vision. So in the description box down here, I'm going to put vision, and now it's on our model. Some of these activities might occur in multiple areas in the brain, and I'll show you how to label that right now. I'm going to go back to the assignment. This one is language understanding, and it occurs in the frontal, temporal, and the parietal lobe. So I'm going to go back to the BioDigital, and I'm going to label all of these areas. This one is frontal. This one is parietal lobe, and this one is the temporal lobe. Now I'm labeling language understanding, which occurs in all 3 of these areas. So I'm going to put in all 3 of these labels. So I'm going to put language understanding in the frontal, parietal, and the temporal lobe. So now it shows up in all of the areas that it occurs in. Now, some of these activities will occur in the same region as other activities do, and you're just going to put it under the same label of that area. So I'll show you what that means. Say I have another thing to add to occipital lobe that's not vision. I'm going to click on the label, and I'm going to put it like this in the description, the other stuff that I want to label, so that it'll show everything that occurs in that one area, and it will do the same for all of the other ones. So once you label all of the stuff on here from the table, then you're going to take a screenshot of the model or multiple screenshots, and then you're going to insert them right under the table.